Yes, blessed love, mighty family. Give thanks again. Give thanks for your presence with us. Once again in the tiger's nest. We glorify the life giver and the keeper of life, Emperor Haile Selassie I. I have with me a wonderful brethren that will be taking us through the remainder of this program here, as we will be dealing with minding your own business and a few other things. I have the man Anthony Ainsworth with us, also known as Tony, representing Retroactive Sound. And we're going to be talking about some business, music business, sound business. He's an international DJ. And at the same time, he'll be speaking to me on some historical events as it relates to him and his visit to Bobo Shanty Hill. And here what the man said, and the man say he sit and burn a chalice with King Emmanuel. You understand? I mean, I have man here, elders I do program with, and they say, boy, they had a chance, but they didn't get the chance. And you know what I mean? And here's a man here, a DJ, man, international DJ, man, playing all kind of music all over the world. Man, say sit and burn a chalice with King Emmanuel. But we're going to get to that. Let me just bless the virgin of blessed love, Brother Tony. Give thanks. Rastafari.
Rastafari. Blessed
man,
love.
give thanks for coming in, you know, red, black, and green. I know you're representing the UNIA as well. We have time, you know. I would like you to introduce yourself to the family. Tell them a little bit about yourself, your background. You don't have to go into the King Emmanuel yet. We're going to get to that. Tell them a little about their background, you know, the UNIA, and if you please as well, and maybe how you just got into the music business. But just bless them up initially, and then we get into the reasoning. Give thanks for coming in.
Yeah, give thanks for inviting me. It's an honor to be here on this platform, which I've been following for the past few months. Very interesting topics, very enlightening topics. You know what I mean? Yeah, you're welcome. As the priest said, you know, my name is Anthony Ainsworth. They call me Tony, you know. Grew up in Jamaica. I'm from Montego Bay, you know, from Montego Bay, Jamaica, you know. Grew up a yard and migrated to United States, you know, when your mother make moves, so you are like youth, you don't have any choice but to go, you know what I mean?
There you go, man. Wow.
Yeah, and I spent about maybe close to 20 years of my life in New York City. You know what I mean? That's the place that, you know, New York is school. that is school, you know. You have to grow up fast within the realms of that fast system up there, you know. But now I'm in Baltimore, Maryland, a little bit more slower pace.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Because, you know, as time goes on, you know, age becomes a factor, and you know, you can't, you know, not a can't, but don't want to really keep up with the pace there anymore. You just want to kind of coast a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, but that's pretty much about me right there.
Well, give thanks, my brethren. So you are the founder of Retroactive Sound.
Yes.
Give me a little understanding of the sound itself, now how it came into being, and you know its origin, if I may ask. You know, interest in music, whatever the case is. Okay,
you know, I went to a school in Mobile called Cornwall College. The school had a band, and there's another band that came up out of the school. It wasn't all the members didn't go to school, but go to the same school. But to shorten it up is that it's just by nature. I found myself around a bunch of us that we were music lovers, you know. And by the way, I would give a shout out to a person that was very instrumental in inspiring me to get into this thing. His name, we call him Dirty Harry, and Tika Music out of Montego Bay. I don't know, you have a worldwide listening audience, so maybe somebody out there knew about it,
man.
you know?
I'm positive. Tika, what is it? Tika, Dirty Harry?
Yeah, Tika Music, you know?
Tika Music.
Yeah.
And who named Dirty Harry?
That's the owner, Tika Music. That's the owner.
Okay.
And he had that sound from we were in high school.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So, you know, as little teenagers running around, and you know, it was just a whole sound culture.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
what I mean? I know that. I know you got it.
It was, you know, who clashing this weekend? You know, for those of you who don't know what I'm talking about when two sounds string up equipment. It's not equipment. You have your equipment, I have my equipment, and we go in at it, and the crowd go and decide who is the better sound.
So you're talking about the 80s you're talking there?
I'm talking from like the 70s, 80s coming out. You know what I mean? That was our life, you know what I mean? You know, Friday you get off of school, it's like, where's the clash? Who clashes?
The time although I just dabble in a lot of music, but maybe my history and them levels wouldn't be as sharp. But what them is the time of Volcano sound and so? Yeah.
I mean, it was actually before Volcano. You know, you had like socialist roots, and you know, even the great Daddy Roy that
man. True.
Yeah, he has a song. It's still here. Stereograph.
Yes, of course. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's Daddy Roy's song. That's one of the only roots. Mm-hmm. That's one of the only rubber dub song. When I say rubber dub song, I mean the hardcore drum and bass reggae. These guys don't play that computerized dancehall. It is
orthodox kind of reggae.
Yeah, rubber dub song.
What was the difference with the rubber dub sound? Is the same? I mean, I don't know if I'm giving it the right term, but they have a kind of the reggae that especially what the 12 tribe of Israel would have utilized back in the day. That's their gospel music. It's reggae music, you know, but just like how you describe the rubber dub, is it the same music?
Interesting that you would mention 12 tribe of Israel, because I remember as a little youth, the first time I encountered 12 tribe, it was through music. I heard of them as a house of Rastafari, but you know, they came to Montego Bay and they saw Jalove sound.
Jalove, yes, of course. No.
You know, Brigadier Jerry and the selector was Ilawi. Orthodox sound, you know.
Orthodox sound, right.
Yeah, they're because so many of the artists in the reggae community were 12 tribe members. Those guys had exclusive songs that no one else could play. Most of their songs they put on their because it was turntables back in the day. It wasn't this computer stuff now. Most of their records that they put on their turntable had it was their label. It said the love on there. I mean, they were on another level. Because let's face it now, I'm not knocking them, but let's face it, many of their members are Rastafarian, but they were of a more middle class, upper class set of people, so they had the finances to do certain things.
Right.
You know what I mean? Yeah, man.
So I mean, like Dennis Brown and
and
brother there. There's a brother. Oh my. They have a lot of people look over, you know. Fred Locks.
Yeah, man. 7 miles of Black Star.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
So they would have come from that same kind of background.
Same kind of background. Same kind of background.
Okay, interesting.
I don't know if you ever heard of like the famous Jamaican football player Alan Skill Cole.
Yes, I would have heard of. Yeah, I would have heard of, but I can't go too deep. But definitely. Mm-hmm.
All those guys were, you know, prominent members of society, Rasta people, but on a different economic, you know, level than most. You know what I mean?
Yes, positive. Yes. Okay, right. So you're saying now, so from the school time now, let me get you. We're gonna follow in the story this one, and you know, you encounter, it sound like the music blends somewhere with Rastafari along the line for you.
Most definitely.
Okay.
Hey, kid, I know, yo, kid, see him so. The music, I mean, you know, I know, say, I know, say, well, Bobo Shanti deal with reggae music still. But, you know, the reality of the whole thing is that reggae music led me to that tradition.
Of course.
Because in my opinion, it's like
to Bobo Shanti specifically, right?
Yeah, because you come to a stage in your life now, just like the brother was saying earlier. You know, I was raised in an Anglican church, right? And you start say, wait, start looking to some things and I say, wait, man, something wrong here, man, something ain't connecting, man. What is this? I mean, my first inkling of Rastafari was when I opened Revelation and I see King of Kings, Lord of Lords, conquering Lion of the tribe of Judah. When I see that title, and then I get to understand that there's a man up in Ethiopia that have that title, that was like ding, 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 like a bell start go off, like wait, what's going on here? What's going on here?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. So from there, so you start to like, okay, no, lock off the pork and lock off the meat and
the transition.
Yeah, the transition. You start the transition. I just say Rastafari still, you know. You just say, you know, belong to no house. You just say Rasta, which me hear you say that the other day. Say most I out and I belong to no house.
Of course, definitely. Okay, yeah. I remember when I know exactly which lecture to. Yeah.
When me hear you say that, man, if you could have didn't hear me, say yeah. Most I belong to no house, but my search, because I'm going to show you vibes. I clear out the Bronx media New York, you know, and a Bobo delegation come through. You know, I as you know, me I see these man and I say, yo, the money turban and rope, the money are rolling up. I say,
what year was that in May I ask?
Yo, King, as far as the
decade, if you can pull the
year. 80s.
80s, fair enough. That's good enough. Give that.
Yeah.
Good job.
Priest Diego, and you know, couple other man, I don't remember the name right now because it was a while, but the man him come out, the man him come in at the Bronx and the reasoning start and the man him say, listen. And them start. The first thing the man might break down are the Blessed Trinity. And you know, I said them time there, you know.
I hear you.
I said them time there, you know. I said nothing more them time there, you know.
No, not to the left, not to the right.
Yeah, not to the left, I'm just there. Break down and I say, yo, prophet, priest, and king. And I say, Prince Emmanuel at the Black Christ and Marcus Garvey, I see Elijah in this time, you know. and the king constant governmental and I say, hey, wow. He said, I'm look into this thing. Yo, man, I tell you, kid, it changed my life. It changed my life up to this day.
I hear you.
Up to this day, certain principle, you know, not going to sit here and tell you that I'm living up to the full potential of you know, of the Ethiopian African Black International Congress.
I doubt any of us are.
No man can come around me, come this the Congress. No come around me, come this the Congress. Don't come around me, come this Prince Emmanuel. Don't come around me, come this Bobo. I mean, I'm not a violent man, but you're not going to stay around me and do none of that kind of stuff. Yeah.
I know you're a music man. I don't know if you know that line. PMD say, "I'm not a killer, but don't push me."
Yeah. Definitely know that line. Yeah.
We'll give thanks. So like you know, interesting, you know, cause still balancing it now, the whole roots level with the music level. And, you know, I don't know, because you say everything changed now, you're in New York. I don't know if at that time you were already deep into going out and playing if, you know, radio station, because as me personally, you know, I mean, I myself have done different radio stations throughout thus far as in my tradition. So I have a history behind me as it relates to radio work, different night programs, the mystic vibration. Once me hear me talk about the mystic vibration, the shock of the hour, that is going like maybe 20 years now that we're running that, you know. So your history now, you're in New York, you're in Baltimore, coming out to Jamaica. How is it? Where you seasoning? Let's see where you season into becoming who you are now and you're playing music internationally and XYZ. ABC, I should say.
I'm definitely New York because I'm going to tell you something. I'm going to tell you something about places like New York and Chicago and those places. Those places, to me, this is just my opinion. Those places are like the front line of the battle. You're not reading about things. You're seeing things. You understand me? So within that scope, you know, it's like you start reach out, you know, because you say, John, you know what I mean? Need some.
But you can define Jamaica like that too. So yeah. as a man coming from Jamaica, I could imagine you like a step into a bigger world, and I said, wow.
Yeah, I mean,
because Jamaica is a real place, eh? Let's put it that way, and I'll leave it at that.
All right, see, my liberty in Jamaica now was like, you know, my mother and father they were pretty well off.
Sidetracking your thought, but go ahead, got you.
They were pretty well off.
Give that.
I didn't want for nothing, thank God. I didn't want, so I wasn't really exposed. The exposure that I got to the, if you want to call it, the harder part of living is when I started to make friends with other youth who come from the garrison or the ghetto or the hood or wherever you want to call it. And then you start forward with them youth, you know, and see how them youth they live as compared to how me I live. You understand? Me zinc fence and you know what I mean? Because we don't have them places like Chalice and but for their school and we don't have the zinc fence. My virgin name Aita Jed. I one of them Ras there. I have been the Ras still, and the man they did dash your society and live out in a nature, and you know what I mean?
Yeah, man, move idle all the time.
Idle straight, no wear no shoes, and
man.
You know what I mean?
Nothing funny, they just
Yeah, but them man they know, and them man Yeah, I have to send a shout out to Aita Jedlocks.
Aita Jed, Rastafari.
Mr. Niggletongs, blessed love anyway you're there. You know what I mean? Is a man get the Bobo teaching same way and I respect the Bobo movement same way. Because you always start calling him after a while. A catering name, we start calling Prophet Cates.
Yeah, man, enough pause, man.
Yeah, man.
And the unity we need now. That's what me and the brethren were talking about earlier, as you said. No, this
please.
Unity, man.
Not to cut there off, King, but me hear the I same frequency I'm on the pan, King, because hear me, King. Hear me, King.
Yeah.
He go take a collective effort for I come out a bandage out of West. And we can't make the little petty difference them a whole back. That's a foolishness, man. For low them thing there, like the red. You see me? Me not deal with no red down, you know. I know me not deal with no red. Because here a dilemma. My older brother come from yard and bring me a crown and the red down. And more time we lost about that.
Oh my, I feel you.
It just not true. My brother give me no one.
Give thanks to the love. And give thanks for your love too, you know.
Yeah, but what's on me cap?
I see it, but don't pick it up. The red up. I see it, man.
I'm gonna do red down, King. I'm gonna do white over black.
Yes, my Lord. And I encourage it.
No, sir.
Right. But you're not gonna make it an issue.
Not gonna make it an issue.
Shelter and food, clothes, and shelter.
Food, clothes, and shelter.
All right.
You know, remember, the secretary for the UNIA was out in the park. We was out in the park Sunday gone because we are promoted as Juneteenth.
Yes, of course. Yes. Thanks for reminding me.
Yeah, we have
forgotten, but thanks for reminding me. Go ahead. June 19th, eh?
We're having a Juneteenth event. You know, in collaboration with some other organization. The brethren say forward out. You see, like me,
man. My heart love to everyone in them vibes, man.
Here the item I talk about, you and the brethren from the UNIA, I talk about maturity.
Yeah.
I see it's a serious thing that you not eat pan right there. So. Because listen, this is what I'm tell you. Say. Him call me out there and him say, boy, he might go give out some hot dog and hamburger as a promotion. He's a man, I call him, man.
I hear man.
Me not eat nothing with the eye.
Nothing that.
Well, but me go there and serve the people and the burger that, you know. People and burger that them eat, you know what I mean? So, I'm gonna feel no way about it. But you know, some man would see and say, Star, what I can do? What I can do? Oh, you're encouraging me to eat, you know.
Well, I surely wouldn't serve it, but I understand the principle you're coming with.
Yeah, man, you know what I mean?
I surely do.
Yeah, so
I surely do. But no, as I said, I didn't want to sidetrack, you know, because you were in New York.
Yeah, New York, we are go forward there.
Right.
No, me, imagine this now. Me there, it's a New York, present day New York. Present day New York, way different from back in the day New York. Because when me eat New York, me eat New York, 78. 78, me eat New York, 78, 79. By the 80s, crack cocaine come out.
Yeah, man.
And man, you see,
Reagan, man.
My brother, man, that was something. Gunshot a lick left, gunshot a lick right. You know, yeah, man. You know, so it's just like, yeah, say, man, oh, I'm finding something for hold on, you know, Virgin. This cannot be it, you know. I said, this cannot be it, you know. So it make you, you know, And that are the thing I show people about certain places like New York, you know. People look on New York and say, well, why New York are those Sodom and Gomorrah. But you see within the scope at New York on the street, a whole heap of love upon the street, you know. Whole heap of love upon the street. You hear Biggie say, spread love, it's the Brooklyn way. And it's not just a saying, man.
Real thing.
A real thing. A real thing. So I mean, I'm not proud of it, but I got into some stuff. Let's just leave it at that. I got into some stuff. I hit my head quite a few times. You know what I mean? And like the item said, maturity and whatnot. Me at a point, you know, it's like I say lean not upon your own understanding, right? Me can directly feel the Father pull me away. Just little by little, pull me away from that life, pull me away from that life, pull me away from that life. Till I find myself a foundation. You know what I mean? I say, you think Jah power far and wide, you know? Snatch you up out of anywhere there.
So all them things they're going through is before the Bobo them come New York as a delegation.
Bobo them come New York. You know what I mean? And let me just rewind a little bit.
Yeah, do your thing, man.
One of the things that on the music tip, I had two other brethren that was into the music team. We formed a little song named Digitech. So now we start the little house party. It was no big sound. I do no big hall and anything.
So wait. You know, keep it Digitech whole. So that means you were in the area when hip hop was birthed. All with Cool Herc and them kind of people there.
Let me tell you where I came into hip hop.
Yeah, man, you sound stupid.
You gotta remember that the first hip hop song that started playing on mainstream radio was Sugar Hill Gang, you know. When I came right in, they still having black parties. Yeah, black was having parties on the basketball court.
Yeah,
you know, they go and you take off the little panel off of the light post and you take the little raw wire.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That was hip hop. You know what I'm saying? I'm a hip hop head. I'm gonna tell you.
I would expect so, man. From you around it and you see birth to a degree.
Yeah.
Digitech now, don't lose Digitech.
Digitech song now we start playing around the place, and let me tell you something, man. We playing in people's apartment, but it's just so crazy that sometimes you're inside the apartment and playing and you car double park downstairs. All the girls used to follow us. Even some of the entertainers in New York at the time, when they did their big something, they ended up at us after. Cause it was just a, you know, because it was not all reggae thing, you know. It's like we R&B, hip hop, reggae, calypso. We had showed them the whole 9 yards. But let's face it.
Caribbean sound too.
Yeah, let's face it, King. Anywhere the girls go, you know the money up.
Definitely.
Yeah, man. So Digitech, go on with Digitech for a while and till one of my brethren get deep out, getting the main financier.
And them kind of R&B you talking about is more like what? Them real rhythm and blues. You know, drop them kind of and like, what was that time? Like the days of Solid Gold and
let me just think for a minute. Who was that one?
I just want an idea, you know. You know, those are the days of what? Bell bottoms and so and what?
No, not so far back. You're gone too far back, Russ. We're talking like soul to soul. You know?
All right, okay, there we are. All right, this is where I want to be. Okay, all right. That, you don't have to just draw a picture for me. I ain't feel no way.
When Madonna just started.
You're right. But from me say that I deal with you, man. I totally have it. Man. Give thanks. Go ahead.
Every day.
Yeah, right. I totally with you. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, them time, man, those times were some fun times, man. I wouldn't give them up for the world. I was broke, but I didn't care.
Oh my. Right. So when you reach to Baltimore now, so wait, before we go Baltimore, so all them time, you know, sound like, well, you'd have to tell me, because somewhere along the line you meet King Emmanuel. So
yes.
I don't know how that and Baltimore, I don't know the circle. So I want to go to Baltimore, but if something happened before Baltimore, make me know, you know. Give me the line, because I see we moving on a track, so I don't want to skip. I want to keep it on that line and see. So if it's King Emmanuel before Baltimore.
Yeah, before. King Emmanuel was before Baltimore, man. Okay. My father up on the hill and you know what I say?
Take your time now.
Yeah, I know King. When
so
my father
so wait, hold on. You don't see the Bobo them in New York. So you leave New York and go back to Jamaica.
Yeah.
And that specific mission, you just gone back here to just deal with certain things.
That was a specific mission. Okay.
Wow.
The mission was foundation.
I hear you.
Yeah, that was the mission, you know. Yeah, man. We said we have to go find out what going around here, you know. Yeah, man. Forward in and reach at the gate and you know the process where you have to go through at the gate and you know what I say. Yeah, man, and forward in and hold a spot of, you know, and international kitchen a feed you and you know what I mean. Yeah, man. Yo, King, now reminisce hard right now.
I feel right, man. When I light in a chalice, said, you know, Selassie, ja.
Rastafari.
Got you. Can I have a chalice, then, man?
Oh, yo, King, I go buy one of the one in my yard. I said, all the red, green, and gold one there.
I hear you, man. Yeah, so you're reminiscing, man. You're reminiscing on the glory of the red, gold, and green kingdom.
Yeah, man. And all the first time I got tabernacle. You know what I mean? Well, even before that, still, and you know, you get a turban. You know what I mean? You get a turban and thing, and the first time I got tabernacle, and I said, John, Rasta. I said, yo, me just, you know, my heart of heart still, me know my, I mean, knowledge is infinite, but as far as the Almighty God, my search was over, and my search is still over.
I hear you. I with you.
When you sit down, when you reminisce and see that this man, Prince Emmanuel Charles Edward VII, this man with all humility come sit down in the dust with Diana Rasta, John. Come off and out and glory, come sit down in the dust with Diana. Isn't that it?
And take all them blows.
You know, so I'm on Rasta.
Be a five lady.
I don't care what no man want to say, but me depend the hill man, and man, you see the sky get dark and maybe it's coincidence, but not coincidence to me. I want to say, Holy Emmanuel Selassie, Jah, and by the time you reach Jah, one thunder. So by the time the jaw come out, it's like the jaw and the tongue that was connected.
Yes,
And I said, John, what kind of power going on right there for man? Yeah, man. Blessed. And Prince Emmanuel is a man like this, King.
Sure.
Which a man when don't tell me, when I Bobo them and don't tell me, I already know. You see, if my address you, I am ready, no 100%, you now go hear what I say. You have to, when you talk, you have to pay attention. Your mates have to, your mates have to there. Your mates have to do right there, so your mates can't be all over the place. Yeah, man. Holy Emmanuel,
Selassie, Rastafari. Real thing that, King, as they say, if you're not paying attention, it sounds like you're hearing like an instrument in the background, like on Charlie Brown. You ever watch Charlie Brown? You never watch Charlie Brown?
you have to pay attention. You have to focus.
You hear it sound like you just have and you lose it, man. I hear the eye. You have to focus, man.
You have to focus, King. You have to focus, man. But like me tell the eye and I tell the whole rest of the world, say, at the pinnacle of my life, that me wear that like a badge of honor. When me can tell a one, say, yo, me sup a cup with the Christ.
So lead me up to that now. I see I have on a nice shirt there. Let me, you can get a quick look at the shirt properly. Yeah, the Black Christ in the flesh. Yeah, man. Lead me up to that cup sup, the supping of the cup now. Don't just jump into the cup. Like how you first met him, like personally, when you first glimpsed him, how all of that happened.
I want to tell you something. That was my first glimpse.
Well, that's good enough. Let's start from there then. No problem.
How it come about is kind of foggy at this time, but me know say
the
virgin them when I say yeah, we are go by Chalice now. And come on, we are go by Chalice now. And yeah, and your King, I have to tell you I something still, I'm share something with you, I am sure something with the world. I say. One of my main concern going to meet Prince Emmanuel, right? And I said, Jano, I check myself in and I said, internally, I said, then suppose when you sit down there, you have some impure thoughts. It go no.
I feel now. I feel you, man. Well, I mean,
that's the man.
Man. You're good.
I said, Jano, I have to tighten up my medi before I go.
Nothing wrong. You get yourself together.
I have to tighten up my medi before I go. They say, I can't go there so we no loose meds,
Yeah, man. And I know the man not carry no loose meds as such, but true, well, look where you're going now. So you make sure everything shine.
How are you, King?
Yeah, man.
How are you, King? Yeah, I say the pinnacle of my life. At that I say, I mean, I take back no talk as the rude boy the motor road said. Now I take back no talk. The pinnacle of my life. That, yeah. You understand me?
I could understand why. So you are going up now to get walk us up now. I know you're a little foggy as they say, but
yeah,
Burning Spray have a song that the road is foggy.
As far as my eye call is walk up and go around. I don't know if you want to say it's the back or the front. I would more like say it's the back. It's like a spot where a bench, like you have a bench on the right hand side. It cover over, right?
Okay,
But it's not inside the palace, It's like it's out back of the palace.
Mm.
But you have a bench on the right and you have a bench on the left, right? And every man does hold a seat facing each other. And then Prince Emmanuel there at the end, of course. In there at the end. Yeah.
So when you walk in, you were seated there already.
You were seated there already.
Oh my Lord.
You were seated there already. To my recollection, you were seated there already. And I was like 1, 2, maybe 3 or 4. I was like maybe a three person away from where he was sitting.
So color the picture for me a little now. What colors he had on? Do you have to can?
Yeah, John, can't
okay, it's all right. No man, it's all right. The boss is the brain cells man. That all right. Yeah, that is say was right.
Me just I call humility.
Yeah, man. True, man.
Yeah, and it don't talk above a certain pitch.
Oh man.
Don't talk above a certain pitch. That's why I say your meds have to on. Don't talk above a certain pitch. And it don't waver. It don't go down, it don't go up, it just stay level.
Yeah, man.
See him so man.
True, man. Give thanks, man. The grade was high as you.
Sure.
I can remember that though.
Remember, you see all the things there.
Yeah, man. And then you forget when, yeah, man. Can I say it's the highest grade the father burning on me?
Okay, man.
But we burn on in the guardhouse, that might nice, but when they come up here,
Rasta.
It's Michael and Gabriel and, you know what I mean, them angels food they get in it.
As a matter of fact, I'm supposed to forward in a couple of months, I'm supposed to forward a yard and my first step of foundation.
Yeah, man, give thanks, man. Yeah,
I'm my first step of foundation, I'm never go hold a Sabbath from the UK. A proper Sabbath, you know.
Rastafari. Yeah, man. So after a while now, so I mean, you spend a while on the foundation and
yeah, there's a few, and then you know.
And then you go back out if you want to say
America. My father mobile.
Okay, true.
I'm there mobile for a little bit until my father come forward New York, you know what I say.
Oh, you go back to New York again, okay.
Yeah, back to New York again, you know what I say. Yeah, so.
You move on the ball, right. So with the music aspect now, so like internationally now, like because I know we wanted to do some live music, but a few of the connections not together. So
yeah.
We can put something together. We can put something together for the people, man. But okay, even before we go into that, so like now, like say someone was to have they're having a little gathering or what type of gatherings they gather for? Or you play for as such?
I mean,
you have all kind of thing now. You have weddings.
Yeah,
you know, just party. You know, you have graduation.
Yeah, I mean,
right.
I pretty much. I mean, as far as the event is concerned, I will pretty much do any event, but I will let the organizers know that you know. I don't have a threshold that I don't go beyond.
Yeah, no, you said you had certain principles that I would assume you don't. Right, okay. Right. And what type of music, what genre of music? Okay, say somebody just say, man, we're having I didn't know how to say, like a backyard party then. Let me just pull that out. What they would expect from you? What type of music?
Reggae, Afrobeats. R&B, hip hop.
Afrobeat, they on the fellow Cootie too, man.
Yeah, man. Oh yeah, definitely. The architect. That's one thing I can't deal with. Some of these so-called musicians and DJs are here. You're gonna play a music, but you're not gonna play the architect. What's that about?
That's deep. You see, cause you mixing music with the. You see, music is a thing, and it's within every music and every genre, every aspect of culture. where in this modern time it's been worn out, it's been watered down, and the foundation of it is being forgotten. So in every genre of music, you will hear that complaint from those who set the trend or whatever. So you've been there from the inception of, let's say, hip hop then, or rap music or whatever, and you could take a look at it now as a go ahead, man, you go ahead.
But let me interject too, because it works the other way around too, because I have associates or friends, or you call them, that came up from yard. A lot of us from the same high school, from the same area, came to New York at the same time. And surprising to me that after so many years, they still stand outside of hip hop culture.
Okay.
They don't have a clue.
Right.
They don't. You see, I was different because I came and I mix and I mingle. You understand me? So therefore you have that section of the music now where that foolishness, that what is that? That stupidness, that what they talking about? You know what I mean? But it takes understanding, man.
Yeah, it takes a lot of understanding. And even if you're going to, as Manda said, Prince Emmanuel born reggae and all of that and so, if you're going to take it more than reggae, it's music in general, but we kind of narrow it down to reggae. But that's a long story though. But as I say, it take a lot of understanding. I mean, it's so deep. Anyway, I've done a program on that. I wouldn't even try to even start that Friday, at all. So anywhere a person is in the world, King, say somebody in Australia, Cameroon.
Send me a ticket.
That sounds like the right thing there. Right.
Send me a ticket. Cameroon. Whoa, tomorrow, ready.
Send your ticket. All right. So even in this time of a lot of international connection, virtual, and so people can do a virtual, if you want to say, gig with you?
Most definitely.
Okay, all right, for sure. Well, no problem. We will definitely you could give them any contact you have, but we will display your contact as I already expressed to. But if you want to mount it out for them, your contacts, whether you are, I don't even know if you said they're not on Facebook as yet.
No, I mean, I was on Facebook, but I am in the process of revamping my Facebook connections. You understand?
No problem with that. That is good.
I'm revamping that. So at the moment, the only thing I have as social media right now is my Twitter. My Twitter is, retroactive. It's retro with a plus sign in the middle. With an additional sign in the middle, I should say, active sound at retroactive SOU1. Retro with a additional sign in the middle, active sound at retroactive SOU1.
Okay, definitely. Well, we definitely put up all that information, and even whatever contact you may want to give, that's not a problem at all. And just even before we go, so say someone want to have one of them Orthodox dance, then say, man, we have the whole thing set up here. We have the nice sound system here. We're here in we're in Brooklyn then. So you don't want to drive to Brooklyn, but we're here in Brooklyn now, or even more, we're in Birmingham, overseas, but we're having a little gathering. So it's a Rastafari gathering, and we want some of them old time music, Ras. Some of them Orthodox sound. That's what we want. We have our sound set up. You just contact us. We put the wires together, and we're ready to go. All of that is possible.
Most definitely. My favorite, the person who I am, my favorite gig to do is what you just described. I am inside of my
Elements. All right.
The spirit just take over the time there. It's an autopilot at the time there. It's you see me moving, but it's not me.
Tell me about that. I hear you. I said something like that just the other day. All right, my Lord, give thanks, Give thanks for
Yes, King.
the strength and give thanks for the inspiration. I don't know if you have any sealing words you want to give to the international community before we sign off on such a level.
The sealing words that I have to say to the whole diaspora right now is this. I put it in a text yesterday to some friends of mine. The Calvary is not coming to save us. We have to do for ourselves. Marcus Garvey laid down the blueprint. We don't have to reinvent the wheel. All we have to do is follow that same blueprint, and we can follow that same blueprint to liberation. Race first.
That's yeah.
Yes. All right.
Give thanks, my Lord. We will link and as I said, just send the additional information there, and we'll definitely put it forward to the people.
King, one at a time, I want to touch them down your ends there,
Antigua, you mean?
Yeah, man. Come on.
Yeah, man. Come sit on the megalithic throne and we burn some chalice.
Oh, you mean, King? Yeah, man. I them vibes that go on even before they extend the invitation, King. So, me don't have that in my head already.
Sure, man. Give thanks, man.
My Lord, blessed love and
blessed, man. We'll link again, man. We can get it set that you run some tune for the people too, man. Don't worry, just moments.
Yo, everything is everything. King.
Everything is everything. Blessed Lord.
Yeah.
All right. Oh, yes, we definitely give thanks for such. And as I said, that was a very wonderful interview with Brother Anthony, I should say, Prophet Anthony, Definitely retroactive sound. And of course, on the next program, I will give you his information that you could contact him. This was a mind your business program, really. So really the program was fully dedicated to our guests for sure. And it was really a business-minded program, but as you could see, we went into so many different things, but it was a wonderful interview. It was a wonderful, dialogue with the good brother, I must say. Very, very earthly interview, I must say. And I full enjoyed it to the max, I must say, as well. At the same time, the brother is a businessman with it himself. Of course, he works with the UNIA as well. And at the same time has his own sound system. As he says, he plays a genre of music, different genre of music and variety of sounds. And you could also contact him for international packages. As he says, send him a ticket. Well, there you go. And if you're not understand the ticket thing, you could just do a connection with him internationally. Everything is virtual. He's set in such a way that he can provide a virtual gig view or virtual entertainment package. This is what we're dealing with. So remember, this is the Mind Your Business program. Anybody that, whatever the case is, you have a business, you have, you're an entrepreneur, what should I say? You are, whatever business you have. And as I said, you are a business yourself, but we ain't going to go into the depths of that tonight. We're going to leave the thunder where it is. Very wonderful interview. But again, if you have a business, just contact us. You could send us your logo, send us your if you have an ad, your business, what it is your business is about. If you have a website, or much better, if you have a Facebook page, all of these links, just send it to us. And of course, we would promote your business on the Mind Your Business program. That is of no cost whatsoever. You do not have to pay for that. And we will do an interview with you if you desire. That is definitely no cost whatsoever. It's up to you if you want that sort of publicity. It's all about encouraging our people to get business minded. We got to double and triple and quadruple and as quintuple or whatever the 5 is, and go up and seven up our capital, seven up our income, seven up our cash flow, and we always speak of uniting. So this is just one level. We can't do everything, so this is what we can do. It's a part of it. So you have a business, no matter what it is, no matter who you are, and you want to promote it, you can promote it and mind your business. It will promote it over more than once, and it is no charge whatsoever for that. And you can come and do an interview as well. So even those who have already seen their business promoted, sometimes, to be honest, I just misplace the files. Contact me again, and let's do an interview. Even my good brothers and sisters that do the shirts and the sweaters, and so let's do a live interview, and you could speak to the people and show them your product, and let us big up each other's business. And there's no cost whatsoever, and the platform is here. The platform will get bigger. So as we grow the platform, the exposure will be more. That's it. We're not going to change our policies. Oh, well, you have to start the paid advertise on the Mind Your Business program. No, we actually do have a paid advertisement policy for the channel. We just don't enforce it, where you can actually pay and advertise with the channel. And but it's just something I don't enforce that much. But the Mind Your Business program, there's no charge whatsoever. Just bring your business, bring your photos, bring your website, bring your Facebook page, bring your pictures, bring your write-up. Let me see what it's about, whatever the case is. Of course, just like Brother Anthony said, he has certain limits. We ain't gonna advertise every single thing. Just like you were saying, hot dog and hamburger, I ain't gonna be pushing no hot dog and hamburger, on Mind Your Business. But at the same time, just keep it in the lane, man. That's what it is. Just keep it in the lane. That's all. And I expect that you will keep it in the lane. So definitely looking forward for you to contacting us. So if you make leather craft, if you deal with if you sew clothes, if you make vegan ice cream, if you bake bread, if you are a DJ, if you do web designing, if you do posters, if you're a mechanic, if you're a bartender, whatever you think you do, if you have a whole restaurant, or if you are a taxi driver, yeah, man, that you can come and mind your business as a taxi driver. Where are you? Wherever you are, somebody there listening. Even if you get one customer, somebody say, "Oh, he's in Puerto Rico? I didn't know that." And call it, "Yes, I was watching you on the police, Isaac. Yes, yeah, I would like a taxi to." That's it. It's about it's exposure. And we encourage exposure as well. As we always say, you could have the best product. If nobody knows about it, it ain't going to work. You could have the best product. Your product could be better than his product, but his product gets more promotion. His product gets more exposure. He and his product is more known than you and your product. So it's not that nobody wants your product, but your product is not even a thought in their mind. You understand? So it's a very serious thing. We encourage it. Mind your business. We're going up to 20,000 subscribers on the YouTube channel very soon. 20,000 subscribers. So at least someone would see what you have to offer. You may have, because that's what business is about, people don't really just jump up and say, let's spend some money here and there. So that's why you may be telling people as much as they want, buy black and buy with your own and buy with your group and all of that. You could talk till the cows come home. People spend their money with things that they believe would solve their problems. So you may have something that may solve somebody's problem, whatever it is. They may consider washing their car a problem. You may not see that as a problem. Maybe that's why it's dirty. That no disrespect, because you just don't see that as a problem, or maybe that problem has been solved. Maybe you have somebody that washes your car every day, or maybe you wash it every day and it just like exercise to you. But somebody, maybe they're not into that, but they don't really like to see their car dirty. That's a problem they have. And you can just come along and say, hey, Miss, I could come and wash your car for you every morning at 6:30. I got to go to work for 7. I'll be done by 6:15. Every morning, every morning. Don't wake me up to get the bucket and the sponges right there. I can get it. Okay. All right. No problem. No problem, because she has solved her problem. So people want the problem solved. That's what business is about. You have something that will solve the problem. People don't just like spend, solve problems. You know what I mean? So you never know, as they say. You may have something. Maybe the brother that just was there, Brother Anthony, maybe he just solved somebody's problem. Maybe somebody was just looking for him and just saw him on my program. Problem solved. All right, definitely give thanks. As we say here, and mind your business. You should utilize your talent and make some talent. Emmanuel I Selassie, Jah Rastafari. Bless you.